I just start with saying how much I loved Secrets of the Octopus? Lots, lots to
Thank you. That's good to hear.
yeah, lots of knowledge. And Alex, I feel like you're the Jane Goodall of Octopus.
Oh my goodness, that is
I'm
music to
writing
my
that down.
ears. She was a massive inspiration for me growing up. The way that she connected with nature and brought us into the world of the chimpanzees. So if I can do that for people with octopuses, that'd be amazing.
I'm already your fan for that reason. So for connecting us. And Adam, you're part of the people that gets to make this happen. Can you tell me how this came along?
Yeah, well, the concept really originated with us at Sea Life Pictures, myself and my partner Colette Beaudry. We had been coming across octopus for years underwater and knowing how they're just fascinating. So we decided to try to see what we could do to bring that animal to the world. That happened about the same time that my octopus teacher was being made. So we were sort of there's that zeitgeist, I guess, of things that happen at the same time. Um, and then we started doing research into different species and what their behaviors could tell us about all these incredible differences in their abilities. And that was the genesis of the series.
And so I got to watch 3 episodes, which is the 3 episodes, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
And what a ride! What a ride underwater. Alex, we get to see you communicate with Octopus, with Scarlet. Can you tell us about that experience? I had goosebumps watching.
It was such an incredible moment. I mean, even my whole relationship with Scarlett throughout was what gave me goosebumps, to be honest. You know, how quickly she grew to trust me, how she would reach out to touch me, let me swim alongside her as she hunted, and we were super close. And each time I returned, she would appear to recognize me quickly and just let me back into her world. Um, and that might not really sound like much, but you've got to imagine I'm 10 times her size and she has nothing to protect herself. No skeleton, no shell, no teeth, no claws. But despite that vulnerability, she just really let me into her world. So when this particular moment happened, I remember I was following her around on a hunt, and because we were so close, I could see that she was missing these little crabs when she would try and wrap her arms around the rubble that she was kind of siphoning through. And so I just thought, well, a fish does a headstand to kind of help her find these crabs. I wonder if I point, if she'll respond. And so I did it as a little playful experiment, to be honest, not expecting any sort of reaction. And she responded straight away. And that was just such a huge revelation. I think I was bursting underwater and screaming in my regulator. But afterwards, I actually had read a few stories with the companion book, you know, that's written by Simon Montgomery, Secrets of the Octopus, that people have had similar experiences, not in the wild, but with octopuses in aquarium, that they respond to this point to find where food is. And it's just so incredible, that kind of cross-species communication that you're having. It's literally like having a conversation with an octopus.
Yes, that's brilliant. I bet that James Cameron was jealous of that relationship.
I think he was a little bit, yes.
Adam, what was your experience in getting to see this story, this friendship unfold?
Oh, I have to say that I had goosebumps as well. It's that thing when you're behind the camera capturing a moment and you just know it's all happening, and you double check to make sure the camera's rolling, because that would be bad. And yeah, it was just wonderful to have worked really hard to find the octopus characters that we hoped would work, to have Alex there, to have all of that come together, and then to see the octopus reach out and touch Alex, to initiate that kind of contact with this crazy, huge thing that could hurt it, but to make a decision to you know, to reach out and touch it, or to respond when Alex was pointing. Just amazing, just mind-blowing to see that kind of decision making and intelligence and emotion. It was really, really breathtaking.
So what of everything that you learned, I believe this took to what, 2 years to gather, to work on. So what was it that really just amazed you about Octopus?
I think there were so many moments. It's really hard to pick one, but I guess one really big highlight was it happened with the coconut octopus. You know, I had read about this particular type of behavior called defensive tool use in the coconut octopus. I was really excited to go see it. And with this species, they live in a very barren type of landscape. It's just pure sand. And so they tend to carry these two halves of a coconut around like a mobile home. But we got more than we bargained for. So in this particular clip on the coconut octopus, she was being threatened by this very angry mantis shrimp. It doesn't look like much, but they have a really powerful punch. It can even crack aquarium glass. And, you know, here's this kind of defenseless octopus without a bone in her body. She's got nothing there to protect herself. But we witness her have this idea. And she walks over and picks up this scallop shell and drags it back and uses it as a shield. So she had imagined herself a shield, and we were right there in the moment as she had this idea. And I was so blown away. I was, screaming underwater. I could not believe what I was seeing.
I would love to have at least 1/4 of their brain at this point.
You'd have to have brains in throughout your body to even get close, right?
Exactly. So real quick to wrap up, whose idea was it to have James Cameron join Alex at the end? And even Alex, I mean, you're asking him questions.
I feel like that just happened organically. I don't know whose idea it was.
I think it was a collective idea, really, because James is so interested in everything marine. He is a real ambassador for the oceans in many, many ways, and it just seemed like a natural thing to do to bring him together with Alex and help sort of, I don't know, sort of summarize a lot of the concepts and things that were going on. So it's an organic decision, I think.
That must have been a real cloud nine moment for you, Alex.
It was really incredible. And I loved hearing his experiences with octopuses and, with some of the deep sea species, and also how they've inspired his own work in film. So just super exciting to come together and be able to talk about an animal that we both love.
Well, thank you so much again for your time. And like I said, Alex, you're like the Jane. So
oh, thank you so much, Nancy.
I look forward to seeing more documentaries. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.